Welcome, everybody. My name is Roy Doyle, and this is Roy's Nation. And we're going to cover a little bits and pieces of certain news items that have come across in our country. And it affects you and it affects me both. And we're going to talk about it here a little bit, a little 5-minute blip, and just give you some information on it. Now, one of the things that happened today was that President Trump has came out and said, by God, I'm going to shut down the borders. I'm dead serious there, Mr. Mexico President, even though you're not seeming to be helping matters by stopping these caravans from coming up to our borders and people just coming across. If you don't do something about it, I will shut down the borders. That's what he said. He said he's serious. He's not kidding around, buddy. He's dead serious, and he says it's going to be a long shutdown, not just a short one. It is everything that's coming across. So that was his words. Now, the Mexican government said, hey, we're really trying down here, and what we would like to do is we'd like to set up, shelters and businesses down in the southern portion of Mexico, and we would like you, Mr. Trump, to pay for them. We think the United States should fund these things. Then nobody would want to come up to the United States because they have shelter and everything right there at the southern portion of Mexico. So I guess he figures that's the best way to do it, is just have the United States pay money. Well, or I guess you could just say, well, just come up to the border and we'll have checks ready for you and give a certain amount of checks out to everybody and say, bye-bye, see you later, you can't come in. Same way. Funding's funding. You send it down there to the southern portion of Mexico. Who knows? It could go into the cartels and everything because they seem to run the government in the country right now. It's run by the drug lords. So I don't know. President Trump says no way. I'm not playing that game. And but just think, there's a lot of costs involved here. We can do, I think it's $5.7 billion to build a wall. Okay, they'll probably take that out. I think President Trump got like $1.4 billion. So he said, well, what the hell? I'll just take it out of this. They don't need that many guns and stuff in the military. And it's true, the military inflates a lot of their budgets. I was in the military for 26 years, and you see it all the time. But, so we're looking at over... there is a problem. In February alone, over 70,000 people were arrested coming across the border. And for those of you who don't know what happens, a lot of times they'll put them into camps. And if the camps start becoming overflowing, then they just release them. It was just a waste of time. They just say, okay, go out there into the United States, buddy, because we can't afford to keep you here. They don't send them back to Mexico. They release them out into the United States. What the hell? Why did we waste all that time feeding them and everything? And we should have just said, see ya, you guys turn around, you guys can't come in, go home. And that's what other countries do. You try to go into Germany or something like that illegally, that's what they do. They just turn you around and send you out of the country. But we put you in these camps, and then when there's so many people in those camps, we just let you in the United States anyway. What the hell, dude? Just go in there. And so we're paying for that, me and you both, in our tax dollars. We're wasting money on all that. And instead of just sending them around the other way and just say, get out. But no, we don't do that. Or, if they do get in, then and they get captured for being an illegal alien, then what happens is they go to court, they get a court date, and then they are released back into the United States. They're illegal in the first place. You think they're going to come back to court? No. So our tax dollars paid for that. And then, let's say, just our tax dollars for Congress. I believe that if Congress is in session for 30 days, it costs us something like, I don't know, $30 or $40 million. So we're paying that just for them to sit in there and argue about what's going to happen. And then nothing ever happens, so another month rolls around. And so we're just spending money left and right, where it seems like it's a real easy fix. Just shut it down. Not shut down the border, but if you went through all the right paperwork and you have a passport, you have a visa and everything, then sure, you can come in. If you got a work permit, come on in. But just to smash through the border and come across illegally. I mean, and then some states are actually saying, well, constitutionally, you can't ask them, let's say if it came time for voting, you can't ask them to prove they're American citizens. You can't ask them. So illegal aliens have the right to vote. Now let's say that you were a felon who are a citizen, but you fell in bad times and you made a mistake. Well, I'm sorry, you can't vote. So I mean, it's just really a crazy thing. And so if you want to chime in on all this, send us an email. It's at roysnation@yahoo.com, and send me an email. I'll respond back to you. But if you think this is wrong, I mean, it's just crazy that we're having to go through all this and spend all this money for nothing, because nothing's ever going to happen to it. But what does happen is we have a lot of projects here in the country that need funding. I mean, people are homeless in our own country. People are starving to death. We have drug problems that need to be taken care of. And we're just spending money on stupid stuff like this. And, illegal is illegal. And so if you're an illegal alien, then just get the hell out. And that's all I got to say. But anyway, this is my portion of Roy's Nation. So if you like it, be sure to subscribe and shoot me an email at roysnation@yahoo.com. And that's it. Stay tuned for the next little podcast, and who knows what it'll be about. And be sure to vote when it's time to vote, and vote some of these guys out of there and get some people in that has some common sense. All right. Bye-bye. See ya.
Take a look.